Libra, this is your week ahead tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Welcome everybody, my name is Michelle. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. It is an energy reading, so this reading is going to translate the energies to you. Please allow it to resonate where it resonates in your life, Libra. It is not going to be exact. It's just, I'm going to describe things that are more metaphoric to you so that you understand what's going on. And please always feel free to comment below if you want to share how you're experiencing the energy impact you. It is a frustrating week. It's a tense week, and I go into this in full detail in my full astrology forecast for Libras, and that gets into some major detail, and that's specifically for Libra suns. But if you want to check that out, please do. It's on my second YouTube channel, Astrology Motivation, and I would love to have you there. The only thing that came out for you guys is books. Books. So you know what this is telling me? This is a learning week for you. And I think that that's what's frustrating you. You're going to find yourself in situations, Libra, this entire week where you have to learn something new and you're going to feel rushed. Please don't. That feeling of rushed is BS. Venus is semi-square to Mars. That could be what's impacted. It's BS. You're not really rushed. You don't have to really push yourself. These are exaggerated expectations. Calm your breath, ground yourself, and learn step by step as you can. It's frustrating because I don't think you have a huge comfort with what you're going to have to confront and learn. I don't think this is necessarily even personal. It could be business. It could be, thrown a lump of work from your coworker who's now all of suddenly sick, and you have to sort of learn their process, and it's frustrating and it's irritating, and maybe you don't really have time. But you know what? It's not really your work, is it? It was somebody else's, and you were just given this. So set your boundaries. It's going to be really, really important this week to set your boundaries, because people will push on you. And if all you do is do the normal Libra thing and be like, okay, I'll do it, it'll be fine. Well, no, you got to push back a little bit to say, okay, excuse me. You got to push back and say, okay, I can get to us by this date if I don't want my other work to be impacted. And use that metaphor however that applies to your life, but it's going to be really important for you to not get so, for you to push back a little bit on the frustration and say, okay, I'm going to take the time that I need with this. I feel like there's just a part of you right now that wants to rush forward because there has been so much chaos and tension lately. There's so much energy in Aries right now that it's going to feel chaotic and like you're being pushed in a lot of different directions you don't want to, because you're in direct opposition to all that energy. So it does really kind of feel like it's taking control of your life away from you. It isn't. It hasn't. You are still in control of you. And I think if you just allow yourself to not feel so pressured this week, then maybe you'll be able to actually learn, and you'll be able to actually grow from what you're learning, and it will expand your portfolio or your ability to handle things. The frustration is really what's getting in your way. The challenges are not. The challenges are actually offering you opportunities to get better, grow, and move on up. I'm just letting you know. So let's get into more details about this energy. Libra, please. What is Libra learning, or what do they need to know? We have Knight of Pentacles. So this is coming out as career. It's coming out as your job. Maybe you're an employee. You don't want to be an employee anymore. Maybe there's just a sense of things have moved too slow. I'm trying to find this information. There's a sense of just being things are moving too slow. Things are moving too slow. I want to grow. I want to expand. It could be that you are doubling down on learning so that you can make more money. And it's challenging. You're going to find that it's challenging, but I think on the other side, you will also find that it's worth it. There's also a sense of even legal matters or legal issues. I said that. the Devil popped up. So once again, you're talking about fear. You're also talking about legality. This could be a perpetual legal burden that you have suffered, or just stagnation or being held back in your work, trying to learn and grow and educate yourself so that you are not stuck to these obligations or these chains anymore that are making you feel like you're going through quicksand. The good news on the other side of this is the world is changing. So I think it's a global change that's actually going to impact you and propel you forward. With oppositions, there's only so much you can do. And the harder you push, the more it pulls you down. It's like struggling in quicksand. The best way to handle, I don't know this, I'm not a survival expert, but I've heard, is try to be as still as possible and float yourself as much as possible, because it will hold you up. The quicksand only sucks you down when you roll it up and you displace it. So there's just that sense, that metaphor. I'm not Bear Grylls. I don't know the survival techniques. Don't quote me on quicksand. But the metaphor is this: don't struggle. Don't push. Things are actually going to work in your favor more if you float as much as you can and just take in and receive all of this as a lesson. Because there are forces outside of you that are going to shift and open up those opportunities for you, but you cannot open them up yourself. And you have to have patience, not expectant patience of when is this door going to open up, but just kind of humility, Libra. Like, I can't do anything right now. Like, I've done as much as I can do, and I am getting a concussion from slamming my head into this wall. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kick back. The world changes, or some action outside of you is going to take that wall down. So it's better if you stand away from it, right? It's better if you trust that your instincts tell you that wall doesn't belong there. It's not going to be there, and you don't have to concuss your head to break the wall down. It's coming down. You're correct. You just have to stand clear for now. We have Page of Wands. There's a new start, there's a new beginning, and there's absolute harmony that's coming into your life. Let me finish the shuffle, because I'll show you guys the cards. We have the Page of Wands, which is new start, new beginning, new interest. Also a sense of you've just begun something. Your world, you're right. Your world has changed. You've just begun something. And this could lead to beautiful prosperity and something that you're going to get really good at and like a lot. Also a sense of something that you will find harmony. You will find harmony with. You will find a level of joy, celebration. You're being welcome in. It wants you as much as you want it. So there's a sense of you don't have to rush things. Also a sense of things are starting to break for you. Now, go into the astrology. Mercury is about to transit into Taurus at the end of this week. But we're also going to find in another couple of weeks that the sun will move then into Taurus. So what I'm saying is it's breaking up. It will slowly start to break up. Over the next month, it may frustrate you, but it will slowly start to break up. This week, there is a heartbreak here. There is a heartbreak that is karmic. It's been coming, and you've been feeling it. It precipitates a change or the end of a cycle, maybe with regards to a fire sign, a younger fire sign, or just Aries energy in general. We have the Hierophant here, which means some sort of tradition, structure, something that you had relied on or depended upon. There's a change here. There's a heartbreak. I'm going to go into the details. Absolutely. Can you please clarify the Three of Swords? I get tense around the Three of Swords too, guys. So let's clarify. Something came out in the past. There was a disappointment. There was a disappointment that you maybe tried to get over, or something that really let you down, made you feel, you tell me in the comments below, What made you feel let down and disappointed? So what becomes of this heartache? Abandonment. Maybe a breakup. Maybe a breakup. This could be a change that marks somebody moving on from you, or somebody leaving you, or you deciding to leave them, break up, let go once and for all of something that has been around but finished its cycle. You know, it's just become something that you've gotten used to, but now it's done. It's karmically done. It's completed. And yeah, okay. What is this about? I guess that's what I want to know. What is this all about? Because it's just too ambiguous right now. What is this about? You fought long and hard for this. So maybe that's what's changing, is that sense of something that disappointed you, really broke your heart, changing and turning itself around and becoming something more hopeful. This is also a sense of you're kind of giving up because you've kept fighting, but all you do is win little battles. And you're tired of just winning little battles. So how does that change? I'm going to grab moon cards for you too. How does that change for Libra, please? For Libra, you're stuck. There's stagnation here. Okay, let's get a moon card. No. First, let me ask, the Hanged Man. How is that changing? Why is the Hanged Man here? There's a decision. There's something you've been stuck in that you've tried to work against, but it just won't let you move. Libra here, this is you finding yourself, finding justice, finding an equilibrium with the reality at hand. Okay? You could be dealing with a Gemini. You could also be dealing with or talking about partnership. This has got to do with your love affair or your partnership. You've been trying to think about this and you've been looking at it from a different perspective, and I think in some ways you've decided it's time to move on, or it's time to move on from the disappointments that you felt. Let's check out the moon card to get the answer. I think in your heart you already know the answer. Libra, can you please clarify all this for Libra? Remember, Libra, there's always an extended, and I'm going to dig down into those details for you guys. The links are all over below, up in the comment section. Absolutely. I pin it to the top here so you can click right on it and get right to it. But if you're watching this on television, you're going to have your mobile app or your laptop or desktop handy, because those are the only places the links are available. You are good enough and conclusions are within reach. So that's a little bit in the future. There's healing that has to happen. There's been real cracks in a sense of your self-esteem. And that would make sense, especially for you guys being in opposition to the sun right now. Your natal suns are in opposition to current sun. So it could take the wind out of your sails when it comes to your feeling of self-esteem right now, especially for a group of you, which I will talk about. Absolutely. There is just this sense of, I need to heal. And in order to heal, that's the only way that I can do, is to end this, is to finish this cycle out. There's something that's happening to you this week that is going to make it clear to you that an ending has to happen. That there has to be, it's almost like you're ready to be done on something that you put a lot of time, energy, and effort into. But it's because you have to release, you have to let go, you have to heal. And I think it's prioritizing yourself. Now, we do have the Lovers here. You are good enough. Conclusions are within reach. When you realize your self-esteem and you realize your value, and that as you're healing, you're worth more, I think you're going to be able to make a better, clear decision on what it is that you expect out of a relationship and how you expect to be loved or appreciated, because this could be with your job or work too. But you do tend to run the gamut of being able to tolerate a lot for way longer than you should, right? So ultimately, Libras who are in sort of born between sort of October 29th and say, no, September 29th and October 4th, it's you guys especially that are going to feel this tension, because it's you guys that your natal sun is in direct opposition to the current sun. So you guys can expect to feel that most intensely. Check out the full astrology rundown. It's very informative. I'm going to go over to the extended. I hope you guys will meet me there for more insight. I'll see you guys.